Sinun pelastavaisen kylväsi ihmeellisinä hedelminä. Karjalan maa esiin tuo sinulle, oi Herra pyhittäjä isämme, jotka ovat sen alistaneet. Heidän esirukouksiensa tähden suo kirkolle ja isänmaallemme rauhaa. Oi ylen arvollinen ja ihmisiä rakastava.
Good evening.
God kväll och hjärtligt välkomna.
Hyvää iltaa ja tervetuloa mukaan.
Dobry wieczór. Welcome on our first online event organized by Orthodox Association with the help of the Cerkiew.pl website. And this event is about an online presentation of album Colors of Orthodoxy Finland, and also presentation of the awarded photos from the competition with the same name. With me there are some people who are organizers of this event. Next to me is Jarosław Harkiewicz.
Hi, nice meeting you.
A few words about it.
Yes, I'm a secretary of publishing department of Polish Orthodox Church, and I'm responsible for whole series Colors of Orthodoxy for all albums which were printed until now.
On the other side, we have also two Finnish friends.
My name is Andreas Salminen. I was the secretary for His Eminence Archbishop Leo in the Diocese of Helsinki.
And my name is Artturi Hirvonen. I'm working as secretary of His Eminence Metropolitan Elia of Oulu.
And my name is Alexander Vasiluk. I'm president of Orthodox Association and also Ortphotonet coordinator. This is our first online event. We are learning and we are hoping that you will enjoy this evening, and you learn also a lot of information about Church of Finland and our projects.
Next, we will hear the greetings from His Beatitude Metropolitan Savva and His Eminence Archbishop Leo.
Cerkiew Finlandii jest cerkwią autonomiczną, która jest na drodze do uzyskania autokefalii, a aktualnie należy do patriarchatu w Konstantynopolu. Z tą cerkwią nasza cerkiew ma dobre kontakty już od kilkudziesięciu lat. Rozpoczęła się ta niejako dobra współpraca za pośrednictwem młodzieży, organizacji młodzieżowych. Bowiem w latach 70. w cerkwi finlandzkiej było dobrze zorganizowane Bractwo Młodzieży Prawosławnej i poprzez młodzież my niejako zacieśniliśmy kontakty międzycerkiewne. One były i są zawarte w tym, że jest wymiana międzycerkiewna, były wymiany zwierzchników cerkwi. Świętej pamięci arcybiskup Paweł był kilkakrotnie u nas. Ja osobiście byłem też kilka razy w Finlandii. Biskupi nasi i ich także wymieniają się wizytami. I bardzo się cieszę, że udaje się wydać album o życiu cerkiewnym cerkwi finlandzkiej. Posłuży to dla jeszcze większego niejako zacieśnienia tych dobrych stosunków i tej dobrej współpracy. Rozszerzy także krąg zainteresowania tych, którzy będą czytali i zapoznają się w ten sposób z życiem aktualnym cerkwi finlandzkiej. Cerkiew ta jest żywą cerkwią i z tego należy się cieszyć i niech Bóg błogosławi dalszy rozwój świętego prawosławia na ziemi fińskiej.
Kristuksessa rakkaat isät, sisaret ja veljet. Suomen ortodoksinen kirkkomme on päässyt näkyväksi osaksi tunnettua ortodoksisuuden kirjo valokuvakirjasarjaa, joka kuvaa paikalliskirkkojen rikasta elämää. Kuviin on taltioitu pieniä katoavia hetkiä, Jumalan palveluksia, askeettisuutta, arkkitehtuuria ja ikonitaidetta, kirkkomme arkea ja juhlaa, pyhyyden läsnäoloa 167 kuvan verran. Jokainen tässä kirjassa kuvattu tapahtuma ja hetki on tavallaan aarre, jonka tarkoituksena on rikastuttaa meitä vielä vuosienkin jälkeen. Tämä kuvakirja kertoo, kuinka asemoimme itsemme suhteessa historiaan. Valokuvat ja niiden kuvaamat kohteet eivät jää kuitenkaan pelkäksi historian kuvitukseksi. Erityisesti rakennukset ja kirkolliset esineet kertovat meille maailman sielusta. Ne ovat luomisen elävää hengitystä ja ovat itse asiassa Jumalan valon välittäjiä ja hänen läsnäolonsa ilmauksia maassamme. Ne kertovat loppujen lopuksi siitä, miten aikakaudet ovat elävän Jumalan kuva. Haluan osoittaa kiitoksen Varsovan ja koko Puolan metropolitta Savvalle, joka on siunannut Puolan ortodoksisen kirkon julkaisuneuvoston toteuttamaan tämänkin kirjaprojektin. Ortodoksisuuden kirjo Suomi onkin jo järjestyksessä 9. painettu kirja valokuva-albumien joukossa. Toivottavasti se syventää entisestään kirkkojemme läheisiä välejä ja herättää kiinnostusta vierailla Pohjolamme kirkollisissa kohteissa.
The Uspenia Quartet will this evening sing some Christmas carols in Finnish. The carols originate from the Eastern Slavonic tradition. The quartet consists of Varvara Merrashäyrynen, Ilona Lehmus, Rickard Dahlström, and Elia Pietarinen.
Before this event, we have organized real, let's say, not virtual events, and they were always organized in two countries. One country, it was Poland, because we organized this series of albums here in Poland, and another, it was place of our partner. But the current situation in the world push us to some new experience, and this experience is also possible to be to done because we receive also grant from the Polish from Białystok municipality, and we want to say thank you very much for this help for Vice President Rudnicki and Ksenia Kacajko who help us, and we give floor for the President of the city Białystok to say a few words to us.
Szanowni Państwo, nic nie zastąpi osobistych spotkań, ale cieszę się, że chociaż za pomocą internetu mogę wyrazić swoje uznanie wszystkim, którzy przyczynili się do realizacji projektu Kolory Prawosławia. Dzięki temu przedsięwzięciu w ubiegłych latach mogliśmy poznać oblicza prawosławia w Polsce, Rosji, Serbii, Gruzji, Rumunii, Bułgarii, na Cyprze i w Albanii. Dziś mamy przed sobą album poświęcony prawosławiu w Finlandii. Dzięki tej inicjatywie możemy też oglądać wystawę fotograficzną, która prezentowana jest w Białymstoku. Ten projekt jest dla mnie szczególny z wielu powodów. Przede wszystkim pokazuje, że Białystok jest miastem otwartym, a idea współistnienia w różnorodności jest nam bliska. Ogromnie cenne jest także to, że cykl Kolory Prawosławia realizowany jest przez Białostockie Stowarzyszenie Ortofoto we współpracy z wydawnictwem Warszawskiej Metropolii Prawosławnej. Z wielką radością wspieramy takie inicjatywy, które promują Białystok w kraju i za granicą oraz zachęcają do współpracy z białostockimi organizacjami pozarządowymi. Wszystkim twórcom projektu życzę wielu sukcesów, aby Wasze dzieło znalazło jak najwięcej odbiorców na całym świecie zainteresowanych odkrywaniem prawosławia, zarówno jego sfery materialnej, jak i duchowej. A kiedy nadejdą lepsze, spokojniejsze czasy, serdecznie zapraszam do Białegostoku.
And next we will have Father Teemu Toivonen, who will give us a presentation about Orthodox Church in Finland, past and present. Father Teemu is a priest from Helsinki, and he is now teaching theology in the University of Eastern Finland. Now, Father Teemu.
Your Beatitude, Your Eminence, dear friends. My name is Teemu Toivonen, and I work as a university teacher at the University of Eastern Finland. I was asked to briefly tell you about our church in Finland, the Orthodox Church of Finland. And here are a few thoughts of the history and present, hopefully future, of our church. This photo you can see on the first slide is from Hattuvaara village, one of the most eastern villages in Finland, close to the Russian border, where there is situated one of the oldest chapels in Finland, dating back to the 18th century, Hattuvaara village in Ilomantsi parish. And now we go to see other places too. This photo is from the same areas as the previous one. The cemetery of Pörtsämö in region of Tuupovaara, at present in the area of the city of Joensuu. In the eastern parts of Finland, in the remaining heartlands of Orthodoxy in Finland and in Karelia. The first traces of Eastern Christianity probably dates back to the 9th or 10th century, and this is how we can call our church a church with a history of almost 1,000 years. And the first Swedish-Russian peace treaty in 1323 defined the border between the east and the west, also in terms of religion. There are some other things also, like the dialects of the Finnish language, which are a bit different on the other side of this first border. And then Finland, most of the Finland was part of the Swedish kingdom until 1909. There were also eastern parts that were already part of the Russian Empire before that, but the Grand Duchy of Finland, the areas where the Finnish people lived at that time, became removed from Swedish kingdom to Russian Empire in 1809. And Finland gained its independence in 1917, and also at that point Finland was moved from Moscow Patriarchate to be an autonomous archbishopric within the Ecumenical Patriarchate. The first decades of our church were building of a national church together with the Lutheran Church, and the World War II changed the church situation totally. Most of the areas where the Orthodox people lived in Karelia were relinquished to the Soviet Union, and church lost 80% of its property. And most of the population had to move to other parts of Finland amongst the Lutheran majority. I would describe our church both, or actually it's not me, it's a scholar of immigration who defined a couple of years ago our church as an indigenous and immigrant church. And this is pictured in this photo. On the background there is the oldest church in the capital, in Helsinki, the Holy Trinity Church, that served the Finnish-speaking congregation until 1990. And it is the oldest church, and this photo is from the 190th celebration of the consecration of the church, where we held a multicultural feast on the church yard after the Divine Liturgy. And here you can see the groups of the Ethiopians and Eritreans that live amongst us and who we try to support by giving worship places and in other means as a parish or a religious community. As I said, about 60,000 members are in register in our church, but an estimate is even tens of thousands more. There are immigrants who are baptized and even active Orthodox who don't belong to the register for various reasons. But almost 50 different languages are spoken in our parishes throughout Finland, mostly in the capital region in Helsinki, but these languages are present also in smaller parishes. Of course, there are many of those languages that there are only one native speaker or two, but the biggest language groups after the Finnish language are the Russian speakers, Greek speakers, Romanian speakers, and then the second official language in Finland, Swedish language, is on a third place with a few percent of our population. Our church is divided into three metropolitan dioceses: the Archdiocese in Helsinki, then the eastern parts of Finland in Kuopio and Karelia diocese, and then the northern and western regions in diocese of Oulu. We have history of Orthodox population in Finland, in the region of Finland, but also there has been immigrants, at least since from the times of the Grand Duchy in 18th and in 19th and 20th century. But now on, the last years especially has been active time for people to move to Finland because of the work of seeking asylum and so on. So the future looks also an immigrant church, as we can see from the photo. And here the photo is actually from Norway. This is the areas of the Sami people, the only indigenous people in European Union. And there is the Sauna in Neiden, close to the Finnish border in Norway, which are the areas of Sami. The history between the East and the West has created a strong autonomous local church that can receive people from other countries moving to Finland. First, we were a diocese of the Russian Church, but since the independence of the state, there was, of course, as we all know, in the 20s and 30s, a strong nationalistic ideas also within the church. And this gave sort of place to Finnish Orthodoxy as such, even though we are a small minority in Finland. But now we are able to receive people who come from the Arabic countries, from Greece, from Romania, and also even further. And the future of our church has been, is, and will be maintained bright with professional youth work in the parishes and qualified theological education. At present, it is given for 30 years now over in the University of Eastern Finland, together with the church institution of the Orthodox Seminary, both situated in city of Joensuu. This is a quick peek, 2 times 5 minutes for our church. So now it's time for me to thank you, and I'm available for the questions.
Our project has started this year in March. This was our first trip with Jarosław to Finland. First of all, maybe it was even not the trip, but we were looking for good people who can help us.
Exactly.
How it was, Jarosław?
It was a very short visit because of the situation, which was not only in Poland and Finland, but all over the world. But thanks God, we find good friends in Finland, in Helsinki. First of all, Father Teemu and Father Andreas. And thanks to them, we could meet Archbishop Metropolitan Leo and talk about details of our project.
Yes, I'm wondering what our friends from Finland remember from our first visit. Maybe you can say something, Andreas.
It was an interesting time for your first visit. It was, as you said earlier, just the peaking time of the coronavirus, both in Finland and in Poland, and it just got worse from there. I remember that we were searching for restaurants at some point because not all the restaurants were available in Helsinki during that time. But from there, we got on.
Yeah, I remember also that we just come back to Poland last day before official quarantine started in Poland. So we were very lucky to be able to fly from Helsinki through Riga, yeah, if I remember well.
But at the same time, it was our dream that we could come in summer to Finland again to take some pictures, to meet more people.
Not only dream, this is the way how we work normally with the albums.
Usually, yeah, that was the way, but not this time, unfortunately.
It helps for Jarosław to work, to learn more better country on which he's working. Good that we have at least chance for a few days being in Finland and meet people. And also it's good to meet another people. But this time we were working much more virtually, and for example, we never met Arturi. Arturi, how you learn about this project?
Yeah, I came part of this project when Father Andreas called me one day and asked some helping hands, help him in this project. So he told in short, what is it about? And I said that of course I can help. I have some background also in photography, and I like to take photos also myself. So I think it was. I thought it was very nice to take part in this project with you, and it's been very interesting altogether.
You are the first person who we met only virtually, but we are hoping to change this next year when the situation in the world will be better in Poland or in Finland and meet again together again. Before we finish discussion about album, we have prepared short video reportage about album, which we want to show for audience now.
Stowarzyszenie Ortnet i serwis fotograficzny Ortfoto.net od samego początku uczestniczą w powstawaniu cyklu Kolory Prawosławia. Wszystko rozpoczęło się wspólnie od pracy nad albumem Kolory Prawosławia Polska. Jako że Jarosław Harkiewicz, główny wydawca albumu, jest też członkiem, redaktorem Ortfoto, to od samego początku myśleliśmy nad nazwą, nad koncepcją samej wystawy. Z wystawy potem przerodziło się to wszystko w album i z jednego albumu w cały cykl.
Seurasit meidän tähtemme neitsestä syntynyttä Kristusta ja noudatit hänen käskyjään ja lakejaan.
9. albumem z naszej serii Kolory Prawosławia jest album właśnie świeżo wydany, poświęcony Finlandii. Do tej pory wydawane były głównie albumy poświęcone krajom Europy Środkowej i Południowej. Postanowiliśmy troszkę zmienić klimat na bardziej północny. Dopóki jeszcze są zimy, to pokazać zimę, jak zima wygląda z perspektywy fotografa, ale też z perspektywy środowiska cerkiewnego.
7 lat temu dostąpiłem niezwykłego zaszczytu reprezentowania pięknego kraju, jakim jest Finlandia w naszym regionie, stając się konsulem honorowym Republiki Finlandii. Nawet wówczas, mając już doświadczenie we współpracy z tym pięknym krajem, nie wiedziałem, że jest aż tak piękny, tak bogaty, tak różnorodny, ale chyba nawet większym zaskoczeniem było to, jak silne jest prawosławie w Finlandii. Dzisiaj, współpracując czy wspierając trochę tworzenie takiego wspaniałego dzieła, jakim jest album o prawosławiu w Finlandii, mam ogromny zaszczyt z tym związany, bo to jest jakby takie kolejne pokazanie tej różnorodności, niezwykłości tego północnego kraju i tego, że otwarty jest na wszystko, ale przede wszystkim na człowieka. To, co symbolizuje również prawosławie Finlandii i z tego powodu jestem niezwykle zaszczycony.
W albumie Kolory Prawosławia Finlandia zostało opublikowanych ponad 160 zdjęć, ponad 30 autorów pochodzących z różnych państw. Przede wszystkim z Finlandii oczywiście, ale mamy też autorów z Polski, z Rosji, z Węgier. To te osoby, które nam przekazały swoje zdjęcia do tego albumu, a przekazały poprzez konkurs fotograficzny Kolory Prawosławia Finlandia. Była też część osób, szczególnie Finów, naszych znajomych i znajomych naszych znajomych, którzy udostępnili swoje zdjęcia do albumu, wzbogacając tym samym aspekty albumowe, w których nie było wystarczająca liczba dobrych fotografii.
Cieszymy się, że od samego początku projekt Kolory Prawosławia jest wspierany przez różne instytucje, zarówno krajowe, jak i międzynarodowe. Duże wsparcie też udzielili nasi lokalni białostoccy konsulowie, pan Witold Karczewski, konsul honorowy Bułgarii oraz pan Andrzej Parafiniuk, konsul honorowy Finlandii.
Utrzymujemy kontakty, życzliwe bardzo kontakty z szeregiem osób, które nam pomagają finansowo wydawać kolejne albumy. Mam tu na myśli szczególnie księdza Jana Kaczana, firmę KAN, profesora Jana Kochanowicza, który kieruje Kendronem, również prezesa Witolda Karczewskiego z firmy Kontraktus. To te firmy i te osoby od początku praktycznie są przy powstawaniu albumów zaangażowane finansowo w ich wydawanie. Nie wyobrażam sobie, że jeśli Bóg da, będą wydawane kolejne albumy, to miałoby zabraknąć ich wsparcia.
Neitsyt seisoo nyt kirkossa ja yhdessä pyhien joukkojen kanssa näkymättömästi rukoilee meidän puolestamme Jumala. Enkelit ja esipaimenet kumartavat ja apostolit profeettojen kanssa riemuitsevat, sillä Jumalan synnyttäjä rukoilee meidän puolestamme ikiaikaista
Before we start discussion, I just want to mention that this event is also interactive. So if you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, or you can write your comments, you can ask questions if something is not clear. In the last part of the event, we will try to answer all these questions. Also, there is a possibility to join us later on Zoom. And you will see link in the description of the event. Also, we will put in the comments this link. And we hope to see there some more people and be more free, more relaxed to discuss more detailed about our project and about Church of Finland. And I have very good news, which I learned just a few minutes ago from Yaroslav. Yaroslav, say something. I know that you don't like to say about awards, but it is.
Well, there is a competition organized by the Orthodox Church, Russian Orthodox Church, and just today, a few hours ago, I was informed that we received the second award as one of the best illustrated albums, Orthodox illustrated albums in the world, for our previous album, Colors of Orthodoxy Albania.
And as far as you told me, also you are shortlisted in another competition, not church, but
well, yes, but let's not talk about it here.
Okay. So we hope for more prizes, and we hope also that album Colors of Orthodoxy Finland also will be recognized next year. This is our hope and dream. It's not the first award for your albums.
Not mine,
yes,
ours.
But you are the the head of the albums.
I just yeah.
Do you, our friends from Finland, maybe you already received these albums, and what are the reactions? Your reactions, and also maybe you hear some whispers from people.
First of all, congratulations to Jarek for the award from Russia. We received the albums a few weeks ago, and we have been sending them out to the participants. The reactions I've heard are that they like the album. It's nice. It's quality. It's full of quality. It depicts both the everyday life as well as the feasts of the church here in Finland. The album will be available to buy from two places. For the moment, it's available from the Valamo Monastery and the Valamo Monastery's web shop, online web tuohus, and later on it will be also available to be bought from Riisa, the church museum in Kuopio.
And I should say that we also offer our album for sale in Poland. And there is a special information about promotional price of this album, which will be only from tomorrow until the end of this year. when you come to my office in Białystok at Świętego Mikołaja 3, it's diocesan center, you can buy this album for special amount of money. You can also order this album writing email to me. My email address is jarek@cerkiew.pl.
We will write also this information on our Facebook page after this event, so it will be useful if somebody wants to buy the album. Arturi, maybe you can add something. Your bishop speaks Polish. This was a very big surprise for us when we have one of the meetings online.
Yes, His Eminence Metropolitan Elia is very fluent in many languages, including Polish. And this one time we were having our Zoom meeting, he surprised everyone that he came and told his greetings in Polish. He also loves the album very much, as I personally do. It's very beautiful photo album with all the great nice photos from all over Finland, from Helsinki, from Hanko to Sevettijärvi and Nellim and Näätämö in the most northern parts of Finland, and it's very nice album. I love it personally, and also my bishop loves it.
Good. Like we said, the photos in the album are combined from different sources, and one of the main and very important for us source, it was the competition Colors of Orthodoxy Finland, and the end of the competition was in September, and we already announced the results on the page. But we prepare something special now for you, because we have online presentation, not only photos, but also a few of the winners of the competition. So have a look who win the competition.
Ei ole meillä muuta sellaista apua, ei muuta sellaista toivoa kuin sinä, oi puhtain mies.
Hyvät valokuvauksen ja ortodoksisen kulttuurin ystävät. Kun huomasin kilpailuilmoituksen, niin ajattelin, että ilman muuta haluan osallistua. Kilpailun ajatus, ortodoksisen kulttuurin kuvaaminen ja vanhempienkin valokuvien tallentaminen tuntui kiinnostavalta ja hienolta idealta. Erityisesti pidin ajatuksesta, että kilpailukuvista tehdään kirja ja näyttely ja jaetaan iloa ja kulttuurin rikkautta myös laajemmin yleisölle. Valokuvaus on yksi lempiharrastuksistani, mutta en useinkaan suunnittele kuvaamista kovinkaan paljon etukäteen. Mutta toisaalta valokuvauksessa on usein tärkeää tarttua hetkeen ja tallentaa ohimenevä tunnelma tai näkymä tai tilanne. Osa kilpailukuvistani on kuvattu järjestelmäkameralla, mutta suuren osan olen kuvannut hyvällä pokkarikameralla, jota on helppo kantaa mukana. Kilpailussa oli paljon kiinnostavia ja upeita valokuvia. Olen todella yllättynyt saamastani palkinnosta. Se ilahduttaa kovasti ja se antaa uutta inspiraatiota valokuvaamiseen. Lämpimät kiitokset kilpailun tuomaristolle ja kaikille järjestäjille.
Kun kaikkein korkein tultuaan alas sekoitti kielet, hän hajoitti kansat. Mutta kun hän jakoi tuliset kielet, hän kutsui kaikki yhteen. Ja niin me yksin mielin ylistämme kaikkein pyhintä henkeä.
Your Eminences, esteemed honorary consul, dear brothers and sisters in Christ. I want to express my great gratitude for the recognition that the jury has bestowed on my work. My career as a photographer goes back some 60 years. I have always been interested in photographing people and their different contexts. In my 20s, this interest was directed to the sacred context. I met Archbishop Paul of blessed memory, who encouraged me to focus on photographing icons and churches. On his advice, I went to a spiritual seminary and dedicated my life to the service of the church as a priest and a photographer. Nowadays, as a photo-jere. My work has taken me to the memorable places and events. My photos are testimonies of the beauty, the visual and inner beauty of Orthodoxy and God's creation, the nature in which we live. I hope that through these photographs, other people can also witness the blessings that we have been granted. Thank you. Dziękuję.
Kun kaikkein korkein tultuaan alas sekoitti kielet, hän hajoitti kansat. Mutta kun hän jakoi tuliset kielet, hän kutsui kaikki.
Здравствуйте, я из Калининграда. Меня зовут Татьяна Рудкользу. Я снимаю для сайта Калининградской епархии. Финляндия была несколько лет назад у своих православных друзей. Съемка велась для личного архива. Я рада, что фото пригодились, и одно из них заняло 3-е место. Спасибо.
Oi Jumalan synnyttäjä, sinä synnyttäessäsi säilytit neitsyyden. Ja kuolon unen nukkuessasi et maailmaa hyljännyt. Sinä elämän äitinä menit elämän tykö. Ja rukouksillasi päästät kuolemasta meidän sielumme.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Майя Бондарь. Я живу в Финляндии, в городе Ювяскеле. Фотография, которая оказалась на первом месте в категории «Люди», была сделана мною на Валаме, и на ней моя дочь Саша. Мы приезжали летом на курсы, которые устраивает регулярно Валам для русскоязычных православных. Курсы называются «Знакомее с православием». Мне очень приятно то, что эта фотография была оценена жюри. И огромное спасибо и за этот конкурс, и за возможность показать православие Финляндии через фотографию для многих людей.
Kristuksen tulemisen profeettaja edelläkävijä, me jotka rakastamme ja
Bardzo serdecznie dziękuję za wyróżnienie w międzynarodowym konkursie fotograficznym Kolory Prawosławia Finlandia. Niezmiernie się cieszę i jestem zaskoczony tym wyróżnieniem. To dobrze, że dzielimy się fotografiami ze świata prawosławnego z innym człowiekiem, niosąc tym samym to dobro, uwrażliwiając go na piękno prawosławia. Pozdrawiam serdecznie z Polski, z Lublina. Kiitos Pailon.
Orjumattomat saarnaajat, Jumalan julistajat. Opetuslapsistasi etevimmät sinä, Herra, olet ottanut luoksesi nauttimaan hyvyyksistäsi ja olet antanut heille levun. Heidän työnsä jatkuu.
Hello, my name is Tomasz Grześ and I come from Białystok in Poland. I have been interested in photography for several years. The photos that I sent to Colors of Orthodoxy Finland was taken during my trip to Finland. with an exhibition Colors of Orthodoxy Poland, which we presented there in 2017. One of these photos has been honorably mentioned in people category and shows a clergyman who walked through the beam of light during the liturgy. It seems it was like falling on him a grace of God. I'm very glad that these photos was appreciated by the jury, and thank you very much for the award.
Kunniallinen Magdalan Maria, sinä seurasit meidän tähtemme neitseestä syntynyttä Kristusta ja noudatit hänen käskyjään ja lakejaan. Sen tähden viettäessämme tänään pyhää muistoa, saamme rukoustesi kautta syntiemme päästön. Joutuisa puolustaja, korkeimman Herran äiti, sinä rukoilet kaikkien puolesta poikaasi Kristusta meidän Jumalamme, ja autat pelastumaan kaikkia, jotka sinun voimalliseen suojelukseesi turvautuvat. Puolusta meitä kaikkia, oi neitsyt kuningatar ja valtiatar, kun me hädässä ja murheissa ja taudeissa, monien syntien kuormittamina, seisomme edessäsi ja rukoilemme.
W ramach konkursu przypadł mi zaszczyt również wyboru i ufundowania nagrody za najbardziej poruszające, najbardziej wrażliwe zdjęcie, które chyba udało się wybrać, które pokazuje zarówno prawosławie w Finlandii, jak też tą charakterystykę, to co najbardziej chyba nie tylko cenne, ale zauważalne w obrazie, klasycznym obrazie Finlandii, czyli zima, zorza polarna i taki chłód, ale jednak ogrzewający.
Hello everyone, my name is Arttur Hirvonen. You might recognize every contestant who took part in this photo competition, Colors of Orthodoxy Finland. I'm working here in the Metropolitan Office of Orthodox Diocese of Oulu, and I'm very happy to see this album I'm holding and we're launching today. Very lovely, very beautiful pictures in that. Also very nice pictures you sent to the competition in overall. So from my behalf, I want to thank everyone who have took part to the competition and every one of those who sent their photos we now published in this album. My thank yous also to Jarek and Alek from in Poland, who have been doing a big work on this project, and also Father Andreas in Helsinki, who have been helping as well. Many thanks to you and many thanks to everyone who took part in the competition. Many thanks and many congratulations to all the winners. Many years, monia armorikkaita vuosia mnogailijoita, and a very happy and pleasant Christmas waiting time to everyone in Finland and in abroad.
Express my gratitude to the Polish Orthodox Church for inviting us to this project. The Colors of Orthodoxy series bears witness to the beautifulness and the diversity of the Orthodox Church in different countries. It opens our eyes to see the same faith from a different perspective. As we learn from one another, we grow in love. I think this is something that we as Orthodox Christians must emphasize: unity and love. Once this pandemic passes, we will have the possibility to present the beauty. Hopefully this process will result in new friendships and a strong common witness of our faith.
Eilen hallitsija syntyi lihassa ja hänen tähtensä kivitettiin ja surmattiin palvelijaa. Ensimmäinen marttyyri jumalallinen Stefanos.
One more time, big congratulations for all the winners of the competition, and thank you for your work and for your input also for the album. We have some first questions from the event, and Margaret Haig is asking where to purchase books. We answer a little bit about this, about Finland and Poland, but we promise to work also to way how to sell album abroad, and this information will be available on Ortfoto webpage for sure, and probably also Cerkiew.pl, and some information will be available in Finnish church. Another question, maybe Jarek will answer for this. How did you get to the idea coming to Finland in the first place? Milan Kivi is asking.
Well,
And my dream was to go with group from Poland, from Polish youth, with Polish youth, and take part in the pilgrimage, which take place in August. And I hope it will be possible next year. So maybe some group of Finnish people will visit Polish youth, because our strength, our relationship start from youth, and we hope that this project also can be a renewal of this kind of connection. What do you think, Arturi?
Well, yes, that's a very, very good idea indeed, and I think that is something we should and we can develop furthermore to the northern parts of Finland as well, and take part on the pilgrimage of Saint Tryphon in the Lapland in August. Hopefully next year or any other year in the near future.
We pray the situation in the world will be much more better next year, and we go outside the virtual world and make our friendship stronger and stronger. Maybe you have some questions. Right. I have one question to Jaroslav. What is the next album? Oh, sorry.
You have the exhibition now in Białystok. And will it go onwards within Poland from there?
Yeah, thank you for this question, because in our scenario we were thinking about saying few words that it's not only virtual 100%, but we also did small exhibition which is now presented on the fence of the Cathedral of St. Nicholas in Białystok. And this will be there at least for the feast, which is coming soon. We use old calendar. And we also plan to have this exhibition showed in other places, like International Festival of Church Music in Hajnówek in Warsaw. And we hope to see you there and to speak and to meet in a normal life. Jaroslav, my question to you, album. What is next step?
Well. You know something about it, of course, but
I know, but not everyone knows.
If you provoke me, I would say that, as we know, next year we will celebrate a kind of first small jubilee. It means 10 volume of our albums from in the album about Finland. There are several pictures of Father Andreas and Arturi. So thanks for your work, and I hope you like not only your pictures in album, but album in whole.
Like we always do with the real, not virtual events, after official part, we have this part when we have chat with each other and know each other. So please remember. We don't have more questions, and we have still 2 carols more to listen. And before that, I want to say big thank you for all the team who was working very hard last week and even longer to prepare this event. Everything was possible because you made great job. First of all, Father Vladimir and Daniel Grgiewicz. You see already not only speakers, but also those who were working with us. Romek, come to us closer. Daniel and Father Vladimir were doing translation into Polish language. It was very difficult for them because it was first time when they were doing this. Maybe they can say something. If they have tuned on microphones, I don't know. Videos which were produced and subtitles were made by Romek. Thank you very much. It's not the first time when you're collaborating with us. FPL crew, you see them in our office. For Kamil Cywoniuk, Jakub Oniszczuk and Paweł Turczyński, who were taking care about all the difficult matters, translation into Polish, connection, all the but not the least, Masza Patraszko and Joseph Matusiak, who were helping us with the Russian translation and also with the corrections and some English support. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this event, and we are learning and thinking about doing something more in the future. Thank you very much, and see you in the Zoom.
Yeah.
Sing Syntyy